So removal on these units is on these motors, is very, very simple. There's nothing to it. First off, you want to throw the disconnect. On this one, disconnect behind it. Kill that 4 screws. 2 screws in here. The outside screws are the ones. There's 4 screws here. All we're going to be after is the outside ones. One's got a common ground wire in it. We'll pull that loose, pull the screw out of it, drop the screw down in it, pull the other one out. Undo our motor connections. 2 is blue, white is 4 on the outside. Undo the plug and slide it out. There we go. Just that plain and simple. All right, let's change out this module. You got 2 1/4-inch screws that holds it in place. And that's just gonna be a 1/4-inch nut driver. Zip that out of there. And once you get it out, you'll gain access to the module. Those come out, give it a little wiggle, and up it comes. It's got 3 wire plug right there. Gotta press down and pull off, and it's off. All right, to reinstall it, we've got the plug. We're gonna have another plug here. I'm assuming that's for reversible rotation. We don't have to worry about that. Plug our 3-prong, our 3-pin plug back in there. It only goes one way, and on one end is squared off, so it only fit in one direction. And then from there, you just line your sides back up, and you slide this one kind of down in place to get it started first, and then this one here will just slide right in that little groove. And okay, let's flip this over and get this the other way. Get it in the correct groove so it'll go the correct way. Now we'll slide her in. And she's in. Restart your screws by hand. Get them started, make sure they catch, and tighten right on down. And that is a motor module replacement on an X-13 motor. So bear in mind, you have your power hook up here. You got your high voltage side and you got your speed taps. And you have one solid plug that's going to plug in here. And that's going to be your you notice you got your line and your ground, your neutral, and common, and that's going to hook one solid plug here. Our particular application has the blue wire goes to number 2 and the white wire goes to number 4. And once this is reinstalled back in the air handler, it'll be a matter of just putting a couple screws back in it and plugging the big plug in here and the 2 individual wires into 2 and 4 and turning the power back on. So reinstallation on these, pretty simple. All you need is a 5/16 chuck or 5/16 nut driver. Motor's going to reinstall. This little notch that sets in place, rides right up where it goes. 2 5/16 screws, one on this side. And then we're going to have a ground wire that's going to hook up through this one. We're going to hook this ground wire up first. This unit's dead, has no power, but we get that hooked up, get it in place. Then we have our plugs. We have one big plug. This is your high voltage. And then we have our 2 speed connectors. Like I said before, 2 is blue, white is 4. This plug will only go one way. There's a blank on this one end that matches up to the blank in there. You get it in, line it up. It just kind of press fits in place. Snaps. And white wire goes to number 4. Blue wire goes to number 2. And that is that. And from there we'll just reach in, turn our disconnect back on. And then we'll reinstall our door and we're cooking.